strategy, right? I'm sure you've done many things, and there would be something that you started off with and subsequently kept on adding things. But if you look at the first couple of years, what do you think are the core pillars of that strategy that finally led to Indore coming to number 1?
Yeah, as I was mentioning, first we did Indore Zilla Panchayat, and then we sat down with the municipal corporation, the mayor and the municipal commissioner and all the corporators, and we sat down with them, and by which time the ranking of 2016 Swachh Survekshan had come, and we were 25th. And that is when we decided if Zilla Panchayat can become second, come second in the country, why can't the city come first or second in the country from 25? And that is when we all sat down to decide that we need to have certain strategies. And that strategy is actually enabled Indore becoming the cleanest city in the country. First and foremost, it should never be that, officers decide that we are going to make the cleanest city. No, it is your wishful thinking. You need to actually have everybody on board, and that is what I would say that made Indore the cleanest city. 1, the public representatives; 2, the government officials; 3, the media, who gave a lot of importance to this whole campaign; the civic society, the NGOs, the I would say the resident welfare associations, and the citizens. Everybody came on board for the first time, and we decided that we will run a campaign that will enable Indore becoming the cleanest city. And then we had, communication, that is the most important thing in today's era. If we decide that we have to make Indore cleanest city, it needs to be translated and well received by the public. And public should actually own that campaign. Once public, the campaign from the government actually gets into the hands of public, then public will actually run the campaign, and that is what exactly is happening today. Even though I left as collector of Indore, even though the then municipal commissioner left city, even though mayor has been changed, still we are for the 6th time the cleanest city in the country, and thanks to the public of Indore. And that is the reason today it is public campaign and it's not government campaign anymore.
That's a very important point that you're making. Once the campaign shifts from the government to the citizens, to the public, that's when sustainability gets ensured. The other part of sustainability here also is that you've continued to be at rank 1. It's one thing to get to rank 1, it's a different game to kind of, because others are also putting in effort. It's not that other municipal corporations across the country are not fighting for the same this thing, and they're also kind of working towards it. So you need to constantly innovate and constantly kind of do new and new things to remain there. But I first want to, for everyone, understand what were the 3-4 main things as part of that campaign. What were the core things that happened that led to this?
I'd like to mention here the most important thing was actually removing the dustbins from the city. Classically what happens is dustbin is the most unclean place that you will find in any city. So there is a dustbin, and people classically put the the waste not in the dustbin, outside the dustbin as well, the garbage bin. So we removed all the garbage bins from the city.
About the larger garbage bins that you see, which are kind of,
Even today you will not find a single garbage bin in the city, because that actually becomes the point of throwing the waste. Second most important thing is door-to-door collection. This has been made mandatory. One, door-to-door campaign in the sense household, whether it is household waste, whether it is institutional waste, whether it is shops-based waste, whether it is hotel leftover food, everything has to be collected on the same day and door-to-door. And 100% ensuring that it is collected. Number 3, the separation of the wet waste and the dry waste.
That separation at the
source. Third important thing is the recycling of the entire waste. So while traveling from here to Devas, on the right side you will find, there used to be a huge garbage disposal, the dumping yard. So people used to constantly complain about, fire over there, smoke coming out. If you go nearby there, you will not able to actually smell, and the groundwater got almost poisoned. Today you will find that the whole place has been recycled. We have established a park over there. But what importantly is happening is nearly 1200 to 1400 metric tons of dry and wet waste that is collected from the entire city is recycled on the same day. So now classically we don't need any dumping yard anymore in Indore or in any other city of Madhya Pradesh, predominantly the major cities. So apart from this, we also did a very important thing, that is the audio-visual publicity campaign. So we created this song as an anthem, Ho Halla, that actually it became famous. Yeah, I'm actually part of it. I have written along with my colleague. So the anthem that we actually created, Ho Halla, the person who's going to collect garbage from door to door, actually will, the song will be played on that particular vehicle, and it actually evokes this particular thing that, one, the garbage collector is going to come to your house, he's coming, he is nearby, then you come out of your house and actually you give your waste. Second, it is also making people pride of actually making their city clean. So way back when I was a student, I was part of the Scouts and Guides, organization. So in the early mornings, there used to be a song which used to be played, and I recollect very well, and most of you also must have been, whether it is NCC or NSS or Scouts and Guides, उठ जाग मुसाफिर भोर गए, अब चैन कहाँ जो सोवत है वो खोवत है, जो जागत है वो पावत है. So early mornings when 5 o'clock, when this song used to be you get up as soon as you hear that song, and you get ready and you get onto the field. So there has to be something which actually needs to wake you up and tell that you are ready for the campaign, you are ready for the day. So this Ho Halla song actually played that role and actually woke up the entire city of Indore and made them very proud to make the city clean and continue to make it the cleanest city in the country.
You also did something in terms of mechanized cleaning. Can you share about that?
See, now a lot of things have happened. Now a lot of things have happened after we successfully made Indore first time cleanest city. Then we actually went on to create lot of infrastructure. So we have these concepts of actually the garbage, the waste, the wet waste is from that biogas is actually generated. From the dry waste is separated into different, there are different particles which are there in that. Now we have a huge plant established at different parts of the city, wherein the entire dry waste is actually goes there, gets separated mechanically, and is stored. They are stored into different, whether it is bags or bins, and sold. So now the entire process of this whole thing is so mechanized that that's what I am saying, that 1200 to 1400 metric tons of waste now doesn't go to any dumping yard. It is totally mechanized and it is now sold. Now it is to the extent that each colony actually is collecting their dry waste and wet waste. Wet waste, they are generating biogas out of that, and the dry waste, they are actually segregating that waste and selling. For example, plastic, they sell it. If it is, let us say, cloth-based waste, it is actually dried and then sold it to people who can recycle it again. So now it has taken a different shape altogether.